reach of terrifying evil. When all hope had gone from the world, a boy would become a king, and his name would become legend.
Stronghold Legends was always meant to be a more streamlined, fantasy-focused take on the Stronghold formula. It took the castle sim foundations of Stronghold 2, stripped back the economy, and leaned hard into the RDS. Dragons, magic, heroic knights, epic showdowns, the whole deal. And while that shift gave us some jaw-dropping moments, not everything that got cut was for the better. So today I'm diving into 6 features from Stronghold 2 that I really wish I made the leap into Stronghold Legends. Some of these could have added more depth, strategy and pure fun to the fantasy battlefield. Let's get into it. In Stronghold 2, the Apothecary wasn't just a cool medieval touch, it was a building that provided critical support. The healer that worked there didn't just clean up disease clouds from gong or rotten animal corpses, they could literally heal your lord. Your lord would physically walk into the building, lie down, and get patched up like a VIP. It was immersive, it was clever, and honestly, it just made sense.
Now I heard tell there was a disease outbreak around here somewhere.
But in Stronghold Legends, gone. No way to clean up disease clouds from fallen carcasses, no way to manually heal, and your lord just slowly recovers health while standing atop his keep. Now imagine if Legends kept the healer, and expanded it, let them heal regular troops, give the ice or evil factions their own twisted versions, maybe undead medics or frost shamans.
What manner of man are you that can summon up fire without flint or tinder?
I am an enchanter.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me Tim.
It could have been a great way to balance against Sir Galahad's healing powers in the Arthurian faction. Huge missed opportunity in my book. Alright, let's talk pacing. Remember that first Alpha campaign mission? Yeah, this one.
What? I told these fools it was merely a scratch. Why, I had to sew my own foot back on after the Battle of Triffwood, you know.
Sir Bedivere walks at a snail's pace, and so too do any knights or swordsmen without a horse. Watching them crawl across the map is painful. Even if you crank up the game speed, it still feels rather slow, and for me it breaks the immersion. But in Stronghold 2, swordsmen and knights jogged. They moved with urgency. They looked like warriors ready to fight, not tourists on a stroll. It looked better, felt better, played better. So why Firefly removed the jogging animations in Legends is a total mystery. Especially when so many missions revolve around moving units from one side of the map to the other, fighting obstacles and units along the way. Jogging would have made everything snappier, more dramatic, and a whole lot more fun. In Stronghold 2, estates weren't just colour zones that you grabbed. They were fully fleshed out little villages that you managed. You could build farms, houses, industry, basically set up a second economy, and expand however you liked. In Legends, estates were simplified. Now you just had glorified resource buttons, click on an estate, pick a resource, and a cart will be sent to your castle. That's it. Yes, the system is more streamlined, but it lost all the flexibility, immersion, and strategic weight that estates brought to Stronghold 2.
Sadness is a perceived lack of options. It's why it feels like hopelessness, because you don't know what to do. You don't know what options are available. You see none, which is why it feels like there's no way out.
What was once a system of custom planning and strategic defense became a passive menu click. The changing terrain was a nice visual, but overall gameplay suffered. This one for me really hurts. Hunters in Stronghold 2 added so much life to the game. The maps weren't just empty spaces, they were alive. Deers roamed, hunters with dogs patrolled, and it added movement and flavour to your economy. But in Legends, gone. No wild animals, no hunters, no bears lurking in the woods. Instead, meat production is simplified. Chicken farms for Arthur and Evil, seals for Ice. Hunting could have been expanded into something magical in Legends. Imagine hunting griffins, unicorns or goblins in the forest. Each faction could have had their own themed magical creatures. Instead we got bonk seals.
Am I happy with that? No, I'm not! I want more!
Also, quick side note, has anyone else noticed that since Stronghold 2 HD was released, hunters only seem to go after pheasants? Is it just me? Let me know in the comments.
There's got to be something to hunt round here somewhere.
Let's talk castle defence. In Stronghold 2, drawbridges were more than just a visual flair. When you raised the bridge, your castle became a fortress, safe, sealed and protected from tunnelers and attacks from troops. Enemies had to fill in the moat, get pelted by arrows and try and hold out until they reached the other side. But in Legends, no drawbridges. Moats are still present, but they have lost half their function. If you place a moat in front of a gate, your own units get stuck. You basically have to choose defence or access. That strategic tension of digging through the moat is just gone. And since Stronghold Legends, we haven't seen drawbridges return to the series. Not in 3, not in Warlords, nowhere.
Leave my buildings alone, you dog!
Which is a shame, because nothing says Stronghold to me like the combination of the iconic music and the clunking drawbridge rising from the moat as a siege begins. Last but definitely not least, scale. In Stronghold 2 you could have a full-on 8-player skirmish in Kingsmaker. Massive free-for-alls, chaotic 3v3s, epic 4v4s, backstabs, alliance, betrayals. It was beautiful madness. But in Legends, only 4 players total. That's you and 3 others max. Sure, you can have a tight 1v1 or an intense 2v2, but it's not the same. The scale feels limited, the world feels smaller, less dynamic. And here's the kicker, Legends runs on the same engine as Stronghold 2, so it's not a tech issue. Maybe it's the magical effects, the animations and the myth units, or the fact that Legends only has 6 AI lords instead of 11. But just imagine, Arthur, Vlad, Mordred, Siegfried, Dietrich, all on one map, clashing, casting, conquering. It would have been legendary. For me, Stronghold Legends is easily one of the most fun entries in the series. The fantasy setting, the insane powers, the chaos of battle, it's a total blast. No micromanagement headaches, just build, fight, cast and conquer. But if Firefly had kept just a few of these Stronghold 2 features, we could have had a game that wasn't just great, but iconic. So what do you think? Did I miss any features from Stronghold 2 that should have made it into Legends? Do you agree with my picks, or would you swap some out? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more Stronghold content. Thanks for watching.